talking. I've known Brett for probably 3-ish years, I would imagine. He's an absolutely fantastic fitness professional, someone I highly respect, someone who first taught me to run barefoot without shoes on, which is why I wear these shoes now, which Paul will be talking about in a bit more detail later. But Brett, like I say, is a fantastic fitness professional and is also the director of GymBuzz. He's going to talk to you now 8 ways to be a fitness superhero today. I don't know what he's going to talk about, but I'm going to sit down and listen as well. So just give a little round of applause for Brett.
If we have any questions, let's wait to the end, and let's not make any of them about superheroes, because I know very little about them, as James will tell you. James was the inspiration for the superhero idea, so I expect his hand to go up at lots of points during this. So, as Joe said, I want you to all release your inner superhero, because we all can do that. GymBuzz, however, before we get to the superhero part, is a review website. It's a lot like TripAdvisor, where you go on and you write a review for your hotel or the restaurant you've been to. But you're going to go on and you're going to write a review for the gym or personal trainer you've trained with. The reason I set up GymBuzz originally is because the main reason cited by people for not wanting to exercise is fear. And that fear kind of is a cover-all term that can incorporate fear of hurting yourself or fear of wasting your time, wasting your money, looking silly, not having childcare to look after your kids while you're working out. And people often use this as their main reason for not doing something. But I believe that fear comes from another place. It's actually, I think, fear of change. Because change, when you become fitter and stronger and leaner and have more energy and you're happier, that can be a catalyst for change in other areas of your life as well. So you could then become more productive at work, and you could put more time into your family, into charitable events, and it snowballs from there. You know, you could take an extreme example, and you could have an overweight couple, and one of them loses lots of weight, and then there's this kind of envy from one to the other, and this fear of change is a big stumbling block for a lot of people. But I'm telling you that you're allowed to change, and changing is worth it when you can become superhero-like, and you can have more energy, more fitness, more vitality. Who is GymBuzz for? I think it's for absolutely everybody, and that's why I come from a background in the fitness industry. But before I make any assumptions, we're going to see what 3 types of people we have here today. So let's all have hands up. Put your hands down. Don't drop that. Put your hands down if you don't exercise at all. That was unexpected. Okay, I'm going to keep your hands up for a little bit longer. That's a good job you exercise. This is really good because we have 100% of people here who exercise. Now, you guys are going to be shocked by the statistic that only 5% of people actually exercise. So we've got about 12 people here. So 1 to 2 people should have put your hands down, but you haven't. So that's really, really good. That's great. And when you consider, you keep your hands up, I want to see how fit you guys really are. When you consider that in our population, 5% of people is about 3 million people. We currently have between 10 and 12 million gym memberships in this country. That 3 million people also includes people who exercise without gym memberships. Runners, cyclists, people who work out at home. So the fact is, our gym memberships are not being used very well. So GymBuzz is here to change that. Okay, keep your hands up and put them down if you don't work in the fitness industry. So you just exercise. Okay, so you still got your hands up, you work in the fitness industry. Thank you very much for all of you, because it's an uphill battle. We've got 95% of the population who don't exercise, and we've got to do a hard job to try and get everybody else on board. Thank you. All hands down. Thank you. You've got to do a demonstration of that, haven't you? Sorry. Okay, so let's get on to superheroes. So we've got GymBuzz is for non-exercisers, people who are actively looking for a gym, or people who should be looking for a gym. Regular exercisers, we want people who do exercise to stay motivated and to keep exercising. And for people in the fitness industry, who we'll get to a bit later on. While I'm going through these 8 slides about fitness superheroes, I want you to keep in mind the mission of GymBuzz. The mission of GymBuzz is to increase the percentage of people participating in regular exercise and to help them get the results that their effort deserves. It's not about just turning up. You actually need to get results, because nobody's going to carry on doing something that's not actually getting them to where they want to get to. And again, we'll get to that a bit later on. Number one, you may recognise this quote, James recognises this quote, from Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility, which was obviously Uncle Ben in Spider-Man, but Franklin D. Roosevelt used it at one point, and Voltaire, I believe, started it. But this is important for every area of life, not just fitness, because we have the ability to choose. Nobody's holding a gun at your head and saying you have to go to the gym. That's not my job. Nobody's also saying you have a gun to your head and you shouldn't go to the gym. It is your choice, as is the choice to eat the right foods that support your health, or choose the wrong foods that don't support your health. On a different level as well, you can choose to encourage people who go to the gym, or as we see a lot on the internet, you can choose to mock people or make fun of people who aren't doing things in the same way that you've read in a magazine and you think that's the perfect way to do it. We all need to choose to encourage each other, and that is our responsibility. It doesn't really matter what you want to achieve. You could just be doing it for gym and fitness, or you could be an elite athlete. But choosing is the first step. Inspiration. So does anybody have a superhero that inspires them? I won't. Superman, Iron Man, it doesn't really matter, but superheroes are inspiring. I think that's why they're so popular for a lot of people. And I want you to all be inspiring to others. Everybody here now is sold on the concept of exercising. So it's your job to not only inspire and to keep motivating yourself, but to inspire others, seriously. Because the 95% of people who don't train, when they're trying to be sold on fitness by me or a membership sales advisor or another personal trainer, there's a slight bias there from that expert. What's in it for them? They're going to make some money from it probably. But when it comes from their peers who have already found a gym or a personal trainer that they like, it's like a third-party endorsement. They're much more likely to get involved. You've already been at one point where they are not doing it, and you can move to where they want to get to. So a couple of reviews here that we've received on GymBuzz so far. You can go and read them. And remember, all good superheroes have special powers. Most of them do. And so do all gyms and personal trainers have certain unique specialties, things that they excel at. And the general public don't know this. They hear the term gym or they see personal trainer written and they think they're all the same thing, they'll do the same stuff. But James probably does different things with his clients than I do with my clients. You have weight loss experts, you have bodybuilding experts, you have experts in football-specific training and experts in swimming. There's a whole variety of things. And people need to know exactly what that is. So when you're writing a review on GymBuzz, be as specific as you possibly can. If your gym has a climbing wall, we need to know about it. If your gym has an altitude simulation chamber, we need to know about it. If they have an incredible number of Olympic weightlifting platforms, write that on the review, because people get motivated by different things and there's a different reason that everybody's going to choose their gym. It could be that the owner of the gym has this enormous smile plastered across his face the whole day long, and that's what inspires you to keep going. We get reviews like this sometimes on GymBuzz, and while it's really nice to have that 5-star rating, I'm sure the gym appreciated it, it doesn't tell us much, does it? This gym is unbelievable. Why? This gym is so different from any other you've been to. Why? We want to have a bit more information, a little bit like this one. I'm not expecting you to read it. We've had, we differ from other directories because we not only show the name and the address of the gym, but we try to put it into context so people can read the reviews and it actually gives them a reason to join that. This person's done what I want to do, so hopefully I can achieve that too. This review was a couple of days ago, and it's a mammoth 721 words. And prior to doing this, to joining this gym, this gentleman, he dabbled in exercise for about 4 or 5 years and didn't really get any results until he found this gym. And he now travels 60 miles to his gym and 60 miles back 3 times a week. He is sold. He loves it. He's still got a long way to go by his own admission. But that is what we want. People, he's not a professional athlete by any stretch. He just loves it because he's found somewhere that he can call home. And yeah, you can find that on GymBuzz. It's pretty impressive. Some of the best superheroes are not the individuals, but the groups that they form. So we have X-Men and Fantastic Four and the Avengers. And your gym and your community created by the personal trainer and the personal training clients that you're involved with. That can all come as well. It can be a big part in motivating you and encouraging you to keep going. I think that's some of the popularity in CrossFit type training, is this try environment. However, if you don't have a gym that's actually got that kind of environment yet, you can actually go onto GymBuzz, and if that's something that you require in your gym, you can run a review for your gym and say, we want some more team activities, group building type stuff. They will find out about it, and then hopefully they'll make changes. You may be the sort of person who just wants to get in, get out on your own. That doesn't matter to you. However, in the meantime, you can join us. We're on Twitter and use the hashtag GymBuzz, and we can be your support group. We can be your team that have got your back. If you don't fancy going to the gym, tell us about it and we'll try and pick you up and make you go as well. This is particularly just for the people who work in the fitness industry, so we've just got a couple here. The gym owners, the personal trainers, because as Captain Planet will tell you, the power is yours. While it's important for me to get the word of GymBuzz out, get the word of fitness and activity out there to people, it's a big job for just me to change 95% of the population all by myself. So gym owners, you can go onto GymBuzz and you can claim your business listing for free, and you can upload details of the description of business, classes, facilities, a nice photo, and encourage your members to go on and write reviews as well, because that is going to show that you've got this community that we just talked about in the last slide. And you're aligning yourself with a fitness business like GymBuzz who are proactive in changing the industry. Because if you consider that there's 95% of the population who don't exercise, there should never be any competition for business. There's enough people out there for every gym and every personal trainer to be busier than our wildest dreams 100 times over. Be passionate when you write these reviews that I'm asking you to do. And that can be positive reviews. Our average review on GymBuzz is about 4.5, 4.6 out of 5. So most people, believe it or not, will go on and sing the praises of their gym, as opposed to, most people have fears of review websites and they see the internet trolls writing negative things all the time. But that's a real minority that actually do it. However, we do allow negative reviews on GymBuzz. If you overstep the mark, it won't get published. But leave your incredible Hulk-like anger at the door and try to write something constructive. I genuinely believe that constructive feedback makes us all grow as a gym, as a personal trainer, and in any walk of life. And as a business, to be told, it doesn't matter whether you're a gym or you have another business in another industry, but to be told by your existing customers exactly what you've got to do to make them happy is the best, cheapest, and most amazing form of market research that there could possibly be. And you can then on GymBuzz go on and respond to those reviews and say, great, you've told us that we haven't got enough Swiss balls, we've bought 10 more. And future customers will see that and think, great, these people are proactive and they're going to give us what we want. Stay committed. If you want to learn or do anything in life, you can't dabble. You've got to actually take it seriously. If you want to learn a musical instrument or a language or be better at your job, you can't just turn up once a week and expect to get results doing it. And GymBuzz wants you to get results, because when you do get results, you're actually more likely to stick with it. It's then a better advertisement for the fitness industry, it's an advertisement for your gym and your trainer, and you're more likely to enjoy it and tell everybody else about it. And we're going to tap away at that 95% of the population. And consider, Superman, he didn't sort of decide, I'm going to fight crime once a week, or start fighting crime in January and then not do it for another 11 months like a lot of people. He did it every single day, and you're not going to get results with these, pay-as-you-go gym passes once or twice a week when you're guilty because you've had too much Ben and Jerry's. If you find a gym that you are truly passionate about and you love, you will be hooked. Keep going. And finally, there is a GymBuzz for everyone. Any comic book buffs know who this guy is? He's just a normal person, like you or I. He's got 200 bones in his body, 600 muscles. Doesn't have any special powers, but he is a superhero. This is Batman. And it doesn't matter where you start from, we all have the same potential, we can all realise that potential. So if somebody else has achieved something that you want to achieve, they've lost weight, or they've got stronger, or they've run a marathon, you can do it too. So always try and remember Batman when you're trying to find something that motivates you. It could be that you want to be the next Arnold Schwarzenegger, or you could just want to do Pilates or have a better social life from going to the gym. Now I've told you what I think about the fitness industry. I'm now going to encourage you all to tell me what you think about the fitness industry. And go on to gymbuzz.com, search for your gym. You've all told me you train, so I'm expecting at least another 10 reviews at the end of today. And tell us what you think. Tell your gym what you think. Could be good, could be constructive. And one final point, we're also raising investment at the moment, so we can grow, my word, can get out to more people. You can invest as little as £10, so hopefully you have got that, otherwise I worry about you. And you can ask me a bit more about that afterwards. Thank you very much. Do you have any questions? I think that means I've done my job well. Thank you very much, everyone.
Fantastic.
You're welcome.
Fantastic. Cheers. Okay.